Welcome to where the furniture isn't always the best, but them views, they are amazing.
It's the 13th floor, y'all. 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 It's the 13th
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 13th floor where the furniture isn't always the best, but the views are amazing. B. Jones is here back in the saddle this week, and this is going to be an extra amazing podcast because we got the Fab Five all here, ready to go, ready to roll. Coach, hey, you up first, man. What's happening?
What's good, man? Welcome back. Even though I know, you probably just temporarily visiting and feel like a boy band and you just decided to make the tour, the
Call
reunion
me
tour.
David Ruffin.
Listen, man, let me tell y'all a quick story, man. Your boy almost was not here anymore. Like the whole family. Like we would have all been gone. Like,
You?
yeah, man. Listen. So they replaced our roof while we were in Orlando. And then it just so happened we got back. And when we got back, the house was just cold, like the whole house. And I'm just like, oh man, these AC units went out. Well, later on that day, I go to give Asher a bath and there's no hot water. And I'm like, uh-oh, the gas is off. And then I'm sitting there scratching my head like, did I turn on that utility? I'm pretty sure I did. And what I normally do is I put all the utilities on automatic pay.
Yeah.
So I remember I had reached out to Art. I had reached out to Omar, who's up here, like, hey, who do you guys use for your gas distributor? And they told me, and I was like, okay, cool. So I don't know what happened. Anyway, so finally, the gas people come out. Was that today? Yeah, they came out today to turn the gas on. I selected a supplier. But before they turn it on, they go to check everywhere to make sure there's no leaks. Well, lo and behold, my man goes in the attic and he's just like, oh, your furnace exhaust pipe is detached. It's not connected. And out of that exhaust pipe is carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
So he's like, you can't turn on your heat right now or your water heater because you just have carbon monoxide all through your house.
Up and out. Yeah.
So the only thing that saved us, and I mean, we have carbon monoxide detectors, so maybe they would have went off, but we'd have just came home like, all right, let's go to sleep. We'd have went to sleep and that'd have been it.
Wow.
So the roof company actually sent somebody out today to reattach it. And then that's a whole nother story, but
How does this just randomly become unattached?
don't know. When they're replacing the roof, they must have
When they had to
knocked it
detach
loose or something.
They probably had to detach it when they replaced it, and so somebody overlooked it. Either somebody forgot it or somebody else was on the job and didn't.
Nice little lawsuit. Jesus, bro.
Right, because
Like that right there, man. Like I could almost say out of all of us, it's probably luckiest you are the person that happened to, because most of us would have been like,
we would not have made it.
I don't know what it like. Oh no, okay, all right. I guess I'll worry about it in the morning.
So me messing up and not connecting the gas is what ultimately saved us.
It wasn't a mess up. It was all it was preordained. That was all supposed to happen. Period. Because there's no other way it could have turned out right except for with that.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, just crazy stuff, man. Just to think,
Wow.
Could have been a crazy story.
It still is a crazy story, but I'm glad it had a great, happy ending. Right. DJ, coming your way, man. What's happening?
All good down this way, man. It's been a crazy week, but what we got? What's today? Wednesday? 2 more days, man. I'm off for 2 weeks. I just count these 2 days down. I'm good. I'm straight. I need this time, man. Trust me.
I understand it. I understand it. Y'all got plans for them next 2 weeks?
No plans whatsoever. Like seriously, I think about it. Like I'm not gonna make any major plans. We're gonna ride out the holidays. I figured like what I'm gonna do is every kid gets a day to themselves. We're gonna do something, and then we'll do some family stuff like in between time. But other than that, I'm only one project I gotta do. I got some roots I gotta take out of the backyard quick of a plant I took down last month. Other than that, I ain't making no plans, man.
I like it. I like it. All right, what you got going on your neck of the woods?
Uh, Christmas maybe. Christmas. This is my favorite times of the year, other than summer. So yes, the entire summer is fun for me. But uh, Christmas is awesome. Getting ready for that. I just officially, I guess I'm fully now a Georgian. My car was transferred over today, so the tag is refreshed. So ID, license, registration, all that's now Georgia. So yeah, I put that vote in already. So let's see.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. You know that's where I was going next.
Oh yeah, let's see how this turns out and see if the Senate flips. Um, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm just glad to share this wonderful Christmas episode with everybody because it's Christmas time and Halloween. We'll go on from there.
There it is. And Mr. Fresh Ovation, been a little while. Merry Freshman's, what's happening over there?
So cold, so cold. It's getting cold in the deep. It's another beautiful day as a moon, man. Out here in sunny South Florida, where number 2 works for you, doing what Fresh Ovation does.
There it is, man. You gonna kick us off this week with the Fresh Ovation?
You ready out the gates like that? The real question is, the people ready? Let's see here. We got something juicy. We are making our way into the end of 2020. I know most of us
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
I want to scratch my beard. I can do what I want to do. It's Fresh Ovation hour. Don't worry about this. It's like fireside chat.
Before you get to Fresh Ovation, hold on. So this Christmas, so collectively, we're going to get Fresh a Scotch Porter pack so he can stop all of that and the itching and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't itching. Don't be trying to throw no shade on my beard. My thing is luxurious. It's oil well. It does what it does. So please don't be trying to throw no shade. Please don't be trying to throw no shade on my beard, sir. I do retort. Back to the Fresh Ovation, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we are getting to the end of 2020. I know a lot of us at the beginning of this thing, especially with like, man, I don't know if we fully gonna make it. But it's time to kind of look at the hopeful end of this whole COVID situation and everything else that's going on. Think of new beginnings. Look for 2021 to really get back into things. So with that, I give you this. I wake up today with strength in my heart and clarity in my mind. My fears of tomorrow are simply melting away. I'm at peace with all that has happened, is happening, and will happen. My nature is divine. I'm a spiritual being. My life is just beginning. I radiate beauty, charm, and grace. I tell you guys all the time, I'm cool with what will, has, and is. So with that, keep that in mind. Make a Fresh Ovation.
There it is, man. So Art, coming back to you, man, this Christmas.
Well, hold on. Before we get to Art, man, you just can't act like like you've been here every week.
Yeah, he's like,
I've been here every week. Y'all done shouted me out every week. I'm officially caught up with all the episodes. So I mean, I've been here in spirit and faith, buddy.
Right, man. So what's going on with you, man? Like, talk to the people, man. The people, somewhere there's some fan mail. I don't know whose address it went to, but
man. So what can I say? Life is good, man. Y'all talked about it early on, calling it the sabbatical of sorts. And it was that. I mean, it was a lot going on at a particular point in time. And I really had to take a step back and evaluate what I was doing. And part of it was how effective, really how ineffective at a lot of the things I was doing, or at least how I felt. Part of it was prioritization. And I want to say we mentioned it on the podcast before, or maybe I read it in a book or heard it on an audible I was listening to, but how we prioritize, how we have priorities. But priority is the word, and you should prioritize like a thing, you know what I'm saying? And so I had way too many quote unquote priorities and, just stretched, way too thin. It was things going on in the home, the Chris being pregnant and minor complications, nothing major at all, but minor complications that needed some tending to. And then when you couple in Nia, the school from home, and the attention that she needs to be successful, and some of the coaching that some of her teachers kind of needed to make sure that they are providing her with the environment to be successful and that we are creating the community to make sure that she and other students are being successful. Um, uh, those things just like glared out at me. And then I think the day before um, or the day of me like letting y'all know was the same day that the young man was shot by the police in Philadelphia. And that hit me really hard. So it was like a swell of emotion, kind of like a tsunami tidal wave of all of that coming to a head. And I just felt like I needed a hard reset to make sure some things were aligned and that I was being effective everywhere that I needed to be, not everywhere that I wanted to be. And I say that because I think it's in a lot of our nature to just want to do and want to help people. And I think I'm one of those people that struggles with saying no to certain things. I feel like I can do everything, or I'll say yes and try to find a way to do it, even if it's like late night or super early in the morning, or it might not get done until next week, but I'll say, yeah, yeah, I can handle that. And that was becoming a problem because I wasn't handling anything. And so all of that taken together, I just had to, you know, get my head in the right space, prioritize the real things that needed to be done, and free up some things, drop some of that extra baggage. And, now I feel great. I think, and it's not to say that as soon as I stopped doing everything or whatever that day or that day after that I, you know, like spent a whole bunch of time with myself and started, being super productive. I'll be honest, I probably didn't do anything for real movies. I think I watched a whole lot of movies, made sure Chris was good, cooked, cleaned up, did some stuff for the dental office. But that was it. It was almost like a vacation, but not really. But I just didn't have a whole lot of things pulling on me. But then somewhere around like going into that second week, and I had started putting thoughts together for some things that I wanted to do, some things that I'm still working on, or putting together the framework to eventually have people help me or come in and help me understand how to actually implement it. That's when a lot of that stuff started coming together. And I feel like I found where I want to be impactful as it pertains to myself, my family, and in society as a whole. So, almost like finding that purpose and knowing what it is and really putting some brain power to it. I'm not going to say that, the whole book is written for anything yet, but the framework is there, the desire is there, and baby steps, or steps I should say, are being taken towards that. And so, like, even this week, my original intent was to just show up yesterday and jump on the podcast, but because we had to, push back or whatever, and the request was made, I'm here. But just wanted to get back into like the swing of things. So like Carol alluded to, it might not, it might just be showing up this day. I might have to miss one or two here, but I think the bulk of the time that I needed to spend reorganizing myself and things of that nature has been spent. So like I can now get back to doing the things that, I like to do. Plus the podcast is really, it's one of those things that's really important, I think, for all of us. But for me, because the 13th floor serves as that space, that safe space where we can talk, have conversation, and really express our feelings as Black men about various things going on. We can talk about home, we can talk about, work without having HR issues, making sure it's clean enough, politics, whatever, man. But it's like the man cave of places. And, I need that, and need to be amongst friends, need to be able to put out, my thoughts or our thoughts collectively to the world, and, have an impact in that way too. And, this is something that we started together. It's not something that I would ever want to throw away. And so, I'm really, here to see that through.
Yeah, man. Wow. I think you definitely missed being here and being able to put those things out. I just felt like you had missed some therapy sessions and you just came back and had a whole bunch of stuff that you wanted to share.
There it is, Doc. Now what?
That man said, I really don't want to talk.
Well, I'll tell you, man, we definitely missed you. We glad you're back for however long we have you. So yeah, absolutely. Take all the time you want today. And it's funny, and we wanted you to be back for this episode because this is the last episode of the year.
Yeah, man.
The next episode is the first. The next episode is 2021.
That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, so when you look at it, we got one in the chamber that people are gonna listen to prior to this one, and then this one falls on Christmas, and then the next one is on the first. So glad you could be here. I feel like we started the year together. We want to end the year together, and then go to the next thing. So you were gonna go to art, so I'm gonna let you do that now. Yeah, I don't even know if you remember what you were going to art for, but you were going back to him for something.
I don't know. It had to be something to do with Christmas. It had to be Christmas related, because Art was just super excited on the last podcast I was able to listen to, man. And he got the sweater on. I ain't even gonna call it an ugly sweater because the joint is actually quite fire. It's quite dope. Let the people see what you got going on, Art.
Those who are on YouTube, just ask your mama if I'm real. So
I thought he was about to turn around and show us what the back say.
It's good stuff, yo. I'm in a competition right now in my community, my division, I guess, for the lights show. So I've been doing that. Got the house lit up. Not where I want.
You are that guy.
Yeah, I've been waiting to be that guy for a year. I'm waiting to get a house so that I can be that guy and decorate the whole place up.
That man's probably been stocking up on all types of stuff for so long.
You've been at Home Depot since June.
Yeah, like June. No, I'm talking about years and probably decades of. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, I want one of those. I'm gonna have those for my house and been stocking up. Oh, it went on discount.
Listen, I pulled up to that man's house this weekend, and he had a blow up Black Panther holding a candy cane.
Yes.
Wow.
I saw it.
And I'm sitting there like, where did you get this from?
Exactly.
Where do you find these things?
Years. I haven't. Hold on to that one. 3 years.
Oh my goodness.
Damn, fresh hit it on the head.
I know how he gets down. Oh, Art don't play. Art does not play.
Looking forward to the day after Christmas, but I can go over to Walmart and go on a raid shopping spree. So should be fun for next year. But yeah, so that's
yeah. I can't wait till you get your light bill.
That's all right.
It's only once a year, you know what I'm saying?
They're all LED, so it's pennies. It's fine. But later on, I get the big sets. I have the actual lawn in front of me. That's a whole nother story. But for now, just the stairway and the balcony. But looking forward to that. I got the presents already set up for the boys. They're right in plain sight, not wrapped yet. But the best way to hide a present is to put it right in front of you because you don't look for it yet. So they're all sitting there. I'm looking forward to the 24th. I'm wrapping them all up, put them under the tree so you can see them in the morning. Like I'm that guy that likes the tradition of Christmas and nothing being there except like one or two presents from grandma, grandpa, and then literally Santa comes down. And I will represent that we have brown Santa. Brown Santa's here. Always gotta have brown Santa. So I'm looking forward to getting
Brown Santa looked like he was playing with something green, or is that just
the brown Santa, the big brown Santa, the 6 foot brown Santa, hopefully, and have him. But we will be delivering presents on Christmas Eve. So kind of cool.
You're delivering presents.
Yeah, we're gonna make them that night of getting wrapped up, put them under the tree, so that when they would come down in the morning, all the presents are there. But before they go to sleep, it'd be the.
He just means he's delivering them under the tree.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I'm not getting dressed.
He did make it sound a lot fancier, like he was about to go around town or something.
Like he had, Dasher and Prancer in the cut.
I like to rent reindeers around the 23rd. You got to get familiar with them first before you go out on the 24th.
Listen, just out my house, there's a family of deer outside the front of my house every morning. They have replaced the chipmunks. I don't see the chipmunks now. Now it's the deer every morning around 6:45.
I'm familiar with Wayne, man. Remember I was there. There's nothing but deer over there.
Totally random, but have you guys ever seen this footage of these zombie deers?
What is that, man?
I can't say that I have.
There is some type of weird festation going on in deers where they are getting like these tumors and stuff, but then B, they have this disease that makes them into almost like zombies, where they are essentially almost like a living dead deer. Look it up on the YouTube. No,
I'm good, because you know what? Eventually that's gonna spread to humans. That's gonna be the new COVID.
So you just don't want to know about it? I mean,
I'm just gonna keep going to the online ammo shop and just keep stocking up, man.
I forgot. Has anyone unlocked their superpower yet? Because 21st.
It's the 21st, yo. Why you pre-gaming? Like, yo, you just need to wait, sit
because
tight.
people are listening to this on the 25th, so we want them to let us know if they got their superpower.
Touche. I'm wrong.
What are we talking about?
I'm gonna go back in time and erase this with my superpowers. I'm gonna erase my little
weird
faux pas.
phenomenon that's gonna happen to, I don't know, the universe or something, and whatever it is, it's gonna align to where it unlocks.
Let me get this direct
Black
quote.
people's DNA.
Let me get this direct quote.
And we're gonna have powers that we didn't know we had unleashed.
Black people?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Give me 2 seconds.
Who said this?
It's all over social media, man. I have no idea. I know there's this one young lady that everybody keeps saying that everybody that's laughed at her is gonna have to go back to and apologize, but
yeah, she pretty much says, as Black people, genetically, we are stronger and smarter than everyone else. We are more creative. And on December 21st, our real DNA will be unlocked and majority will be able to do things that we thought were fiction. Learn who you are as a people. They want to make us an average.
Hey, hold on. Hey, you. Yeah, you right there. It's about to turn us off. Don't turn us off, because what's going to happen is if you turn us off, we're just going to appear wherever you are using our superpowers. So don't do it.
That's interesting.
Hold on. I got to go back to what was even the context that this.
That's what I was about to ask. What are we basing this off of?
And so this was in regards to
calendar. What are we talking about?
This was in regards to talking about mask and travel, because one of our guys, Jimmy, is really be on looking at like everybody traveling like you guys are extremely insane with all of this COVID. And so like he especially is heavy on Twitter and everything and sees these people who will try to, talk this talk of being so safe, but yet it's like, yo, you're traveling, doing all of this crazy stuff. So it was in context to didn't want to wear a mask, didn't want to stay indoors, don't want to get the vaccine. What the hell do you want? Why is everything in America so effing unnecessarily difficult? And so it was just a Twitter rant that caught on going about that then got into them talking about Black people not wanting to do it, but then it got into our superpowers being unlocked in that it was them trying to make us average. Pretty much is what COVID is a essential piece of them trying to make us average and not allowing us to be the super beings that we are. In that on the 21st, that's when the stars align perfectly with Wakanda, and that's when we can disappear.
That's funny. So listen, our listeners are out there right now like, what in the world is going on? Why am I taking the time out of my Christmas day to listen to this craziness? So let's bring it back a little bit.
They're actually enjoying this because they're with their families or they're in their houses now.
Exactly. I don't know why you think everybody's so Straight. They enjoy some light candor.
While they're making it's gonna launch early, so I'm putting it out since everyone's off work today. This will drop earlier, so this could be during that pre-dinner setup where people are just kind of in between.
No, man. People listen to this in the morning. Hopefully, maybe.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
in the morning, watch in the afternoon.
They listen at all times, sir.
I drop in the afternoon. It's gonna drop at 12.
Yeah, no. You know who's really listening in the morning time is whoever's up and they're in charge of the meal and they're preparing stuff early in the morning.
You're thinking about yourself. That's why.
Right?
You're thinking
Like,
about
Christmas?
yourself.
Nah,
That's
there's
why.
no meal prep on Christmas morning. It's our presents, and then everyone goes away to eat breakfast.
Man, that's when your kids get older. Like
That's
everybody.
in your Christmas household.
Good.
Right. I did have a question though. So for you guys, obviously, as a couple of you said, like it's been a crazy year, but in spite of that, what would you all say is the best gift that you received this year?
I got a girlfriend.
Bit boo.
That's brownie points right there.
Yeah.
That's how you trying to get. Does she even listen to the podcast?
Hey, babe.
Oh,
listen next Friday. Listen.
In
next
all
Friday.
honesty, that is
That's a requirement.
no, not a requirement by any means, because there has not been any in the past, and we all know how hard it is to get our circles to participate and listen. And one of the things that really was like one of them over the top was like she always listens, and not only listens, will talk to me about it and ask me questions about stuff and all that kind of stuff. So
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah,
So-
Amani.
Oh,
Okay, that's her name.
Nice
Amani.
name too.
All right, Amani.
All right,
That's
Amani.
what's up. How you doing, sis?
She know all of y'all.
And we don't know her.
Yeah, right. We gotta fix that.
Yeah.
COVID. Keep it.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's really all it is COVID. Like, and she really don't play. She's a teacher, so she really ain't about that. We actually just had to take our first test and we passed yesterday because somebody in her son's class wound up having it.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so for me this year, the best gift that I got was my birthday gift, because that was an insane day of lovely chaos. With the initial Zoom, everybody being there, and then the after party with the food trucks, and then the second gathering. That was pretty fire. I got a house. I mean, that works too. So it's a good year. 2020 was pretty good for me.
Yeah, I had to say it's kind of like, again, that I don't want to say stereotypical, but again, more time with the family despite everything going on. Kids being home a lot more and just hearing and seeing some things, having conversation on across the board. But along with that, just more appreciation. Because we take a lot of stuff for granted. There's been a lot of life lost this year for myriad reasons, not just health reasons. And it's just been crazy. Another reality check for me personally last night. Now I'm upset with myself more than anybody else. I got pulled over way home, and that fear at 39 years old, a grown man coming home from work midday, and that fear when them blue lights come on shook me for a minute.
I don't know.
And I was mad at myself.
Man.
I was mad at myself for when it happened. I mean, after it happened, about being that way, but I just found myself being that 16-year-old kid again, and the conversation with my parents about when I'm on the street about what to do, what not to do, and having that conversation over and over again in my head. And it just, at 39 years old, about to be 40 next month, like, I'm sad I'm in this place. So appreciation for all the things going on a daily basis that make you realize how blessed you've been over the years.
Yeah, I think I would say something similar to that, BJ, when it comes to family. I think the overarching thing for me, or overarching gift, would have been, we having a baby in January, but just getting pregnant. Being able to spend more time with Nia. I had Kellen for a really long time because of COVID and them doing school virtually. So, I mean, we've been saying it since COVID happened. I know the tragedies, are apparent, but there's a lot of opportunity and space to do a lot of things if you can take advantage of it. And that's one of the things I'm most thankful for, those gifts. Definitely. And looking forward to January 23rd or whatever day before then or after.
So you could go and round that down a little bit to about the 11th. We'd be good.
January 11th. What's good about January 11th?
The stars align on January 11th, man.
The stars align on January 11th. Well, we'll see. I'm hoping.
I guess you can do 11th. That's fine.
Yeah. Nah, none of that, please.
Yes. Yeah. Interesting.
The shenanigans.
So I would say, I think the best gift this year has just been health, resiliency, endurance. I mean, to think of all the people that experience COVID deaths, all of these things. I don't really know anybody in my immediate circle that passed from COVID or anything. Just thinking of the level of exposure that I've had to people this year, and not having to at any point worry about, man, am I sick from COVID or what's happening? As a matter of fact, if I have to talk about it, I think this year I might have had like a cold like once.
You didn't have not one time you thought you might have had it for like 30 seconds?
Nope.
Wow. That should happen to me twice.
I only thought I had it because I was in two work meetings where we had to get tested afterwards, but they were negative pretty quickly. But yeah.
Yeah, I had to get tested once because of that, because of somebody at work having a positive result. But even then, no, negative.
It was probably COVID that had me down when I was early at the beginning of the year, when I was all super jacked up for like a good week and a half. That'd be interesting. But I didn't have none of those signs. Everything was stomach related.
February, I believe that's when I went down with it. But that was before anybody really knew about it. And then the shutdown happened, 3 weeks later, 2.5 weeks later. I think by then, I believe so, but I didn't get the antibody test. So
Mm-hmm. So I got a question for y'all. So we already know like Art's household is like super Christmas, right? But like for the rest of us, what does Christmas really look like in your household? Is it super traditional? Like, I mean, are we doing like Black Santas like Art? What do you have going on?
I think everybody on here knows if it was just me, it would be just a regular day. But Wendy's, she's about it. So there's some decorations that go up. As usual, we haven't got the tree yet. That's mostly because we were out of town last week, but we'll go get a tree some point this week by the weekend. Decorate that. That's pretty much it. Obviously we are in a place where we can go get a Black Santa Claus or whatever. Typically, I don't refer to no person being in my house as not helping pay the mortgage or paying the rent. So, I don't refer to no being that you're not doing one of those two things or yeah, you don't share my last name or something. And even that is questionable sometimes. So,
my philosophy. My philosophy.
Right. What about you, BJ?
So
you got older kids, man.
So again, they're into it, and I try my best. And to be totally honest, like growing up, I was super excited about Christmas, everything like that. But it was always a time where, again, you think about family and stuff, right?
Right.
But to be honest with you, for a long period of time after my father passed away, Christmas just it could just be another day for me, right? Kids were born, so it was like you gotta just go along with everything and everybody else in the spirit, and then try to get it back. And from years, it's like I just was never there. I'm more there now, and that's mainly during that time we would always me and my dad would be the ones outside putting up lights up. I mean, there's certain Christmas songs to this day I still really can't listen to all the way through. If it comes on the radio, I need to change the station right now. Like it's just that just hear my dad's voice singing, and those memories right there. Like I'm still dealing with that stuff 17 years later. So it's hard. Christmas time is hard, but at the same time, I know for them, I still have to do stuff. So we decorate the trees up, and Gina being in the house this year, like they, me, like let's get to Thanksgiving at least. Nah, man, it was like the first week in November, and the tree was up and the lights were up, and I'm like, yeah. Go ahead. But again, if that makes you happy and it makes you just do it. I can't be that person. So I'm trying to get back there, man. I'm better than I have been in the past years. I'm not fully there yet personally, if I gotta be totally honest. But year by year, I'm getting there. It's a slow process, but I'm getting there.
I was the same way. But I think spending so much time in the house with the kids, with the family and everything, and just seeing the joy around the season and helping them understand the purpose of it and the giving aspect. I mean, we've been like even Nia, she's 11 now, so she's kind of out of the okay, what can I get for Christmas? And we've been hammering that home, especially with Kellen being so young, because all he has is I want this for Christmas. Y'all should see his Christmas list. Like it's hilarious. But it's really been about creating the atmosphere of joy and love and family and that spirit. And so, we got the Christmas tree. We put that joint up like maybe a week after Thanksgiving. That's probably the earliest we've ever put up a tree in this household. But got lights and stuff. We're supposed to be making ornaments together this weekend and such. And really, it's just about bringing each other together, like spending time. And I think that's just a segue, or it's just like, a segue from, having to have spent so much time together. It's like, it's enjoyable. We forced to do it, and now we just finding other ways to create that time and create those memories, especially before the baby, kind of gets here. And I think it's funny, we were looking at older pictures of Nia when she was younger, and looking back and seeing, how little she was and how innocent she was. And from like, 6, 7 years old to like now, we want to continue to create those memories, create that joy and happiness, for whatever the reason. It doesn't just necessarily have to be Christmas, but for whatever it is, really hone in and keep that time and make it precious. Because before we know it, she was 6 just a few years ago, and like now she's 11 wearing Chris's shoes and clothes or whatever. Before we know it, she's in high school and ain't gonna have nothing to do with us. So really taking advantage of that. So we not on Art's level just yet, but I do have dreams, goals, and aspirations to being that dad on the block with the big old buzzing super light bill house with all of the lights and ornaments and things going on.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just anything I can do for all the holidays that come up that can keep the kids as kids and keep their imagination
Right.
and smiling, is what I want to do. Like I'm not trying to shatter any of their thoughts at this point. They'll realize later on. But right now, if they think the Easter Bunny is real, he at the front door or she at the front door. If they think that Santa Claus is real, I'm gonna make sure we go out and see one and make sure stuff's not there. Like I just want to get that joy because as a kid growing up, that's what I was able to see. I saw that in my house, and I go outside and see real life, but I always felt like I could still be a kid, be fun, and have imagination. And that's the key is just keeping these kids out of what's going on in the world, just imagination and fun. So
I guess I won't.
Did you say that the Easter Bunny is female?
Could be. Dropping eggs, right?
I think all bunnies drop eggs.
I don't think they drop eggs
know.
at all. I'm pretty sure it's a lie.
Listen, you never know. It could be a male or female. This is 2020. You can change it.
But yeah, go ahead, Kay. You got it.
All I was gonna say was, and then maybe I won't. We may not come over to your house on Christmas then, Art, because I'm pretty sure my son will be the one to be like, Santa's not real.
Yo. I'm about to say you are hanging with the wrong clique, Art. If you
the
what
entire time we're together,
you
I kept having to Ash should know on your
On you.
so we was here in Orlando and we were talking about the Hagrid ride. I mean, oh yeah, this is train for Harry Potter. You know, the train does have magic and it flies from London to Hogwarts. So I get there, the train starts blah blah blah. And it's like, no, it doesn't. And I was like, well, your Amtrak train may not fly. The Hagrid train does fly. But they keep that was separate. I was like, stop, Kay, stop killing these boys' boys' fantasies.
But I didn't even say anything. I didn't have to do it. I didn't do anything. I don't say anything.
It's genetic, Art. I mean,
that's the fruit don't fall
genetic,
far
Art.
from the tree. Exactly. That is totally the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree, and he done got it all. It's just been absorbed from his daddy.
That's because I might get to change him and give him some. He come over here enough. He might get into that imagination.
There was something else where it was like we were flying and like we had saved the world or something. We were in space.
Yeah, mission
space. Asher was like, "No, we didn't."
Granted, he did not want to give him a ride and hate the entire time. And my boy was like, "I'm the engineer and I'm the commander, and this is awesome. And we did it, Mom and Daddy. I saved you." I'm like, "Yes, you did. You saved us. We're back on our plane again." Asher's like, "No, it wasn't." Like,
oh, go
cool.
play.
We're gonna go ahead and walk in front. We're gonna take a couple more steps in front because I'm gonna keep you thinking you saved the world. So it's fine.
This is hilarious, yo. Oh man, such
but
examples
you guys think about it though. 20 years ago, thinking about this day right now, man, we wouldn't think about this. Our kids have the opportunity, despite the whatever conversations. 20 years ago, the conversations that we run around campus still thinking about what job gonna be next, let's get up out this joint. And 20 years later, our kids are able to interact with each other and have that. That's a blessing in itself, man.
Beautiful thing, man.
That's what I'm thinking about it. And that's what I like. I look back and look at everybody else's kids, man. I just want to be that uncle. Just like, yeah, man, y'all coming to town? Let's come. We're going to Uncle B's house. We're going to visit them. We talking about it, man. Like that's the way it should be. And that's another blessing to see everybody else's kids and just like seeing how it has matured in the way he's just talking and interacting with us just on the call every now and then over the last year, about a year or so. The boys are when they're around and doing stuff, it's just like that in itself has just been another blessing to see everybody else's offspring just start taking the shape, coming to their own people, their own person, and just be themselves, man. That's awesome, man. But this is what we always need to be, and whatever more people should be striving for.
Yep. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Wonderful time of life.
There you go. Big facts.
Yeah. So I am pretty sure that we are well over Art's time that he wanted us to be in.
Well, hold on. We got one more question we got to answer, man, because I don't know if has anybody even asked y'all what y'all want for Christmas this year?
Oh, yeah, right.
Man. Madison,
exactly. Worry about
it. Exactly.
My daughter always asks me. She takes care of me and questions like that. Yeah.
Shout out to Madison, man. She's being raised properly. Great job.
Looks out for.
Nope, I wasn't asked anything, but it's okay. Actually,
well, here's the opportunity for you to put it out there into the universe.
She gives me gifts every year. I've gotten gifts from my mom. She makes sure she gives me a Christmas gift every single year, which is kind of cool. Like not like just a card. Like she gives me a gift. Like there's thought into gifts she gives me, and like whatever I'm into, she asks me. Is there always a movie ticket in there somewhere? Like movie gift cards, go to movies because she knows I love movies. Obviously, this year not gonna happen, but no, I don't think I haven't been asked anything. I told EJ this year, let's just focus on the house and the bills we need to do for this because buying your house, you just kind of use all your funds. So that's been my Christmas this year is like focus on the boys and let's do that. But if anyone's listening, a Peloton treadmill will be awesome.
It's a great gift right there. What about Fresh?
It sure would be awesome. Jesus, wow.
I'm saying if you're gonna ask.
Like, nothing wrong with that.
No
Nothing
dollars
wrong with
for
that.
Barbie.
How much does one of those go for nowadays? I don't even know.
$1 million.
Around there.
I think it's like 15 or 2200, something like that.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there.
Interesting. Okay.
Fresh, no Christmas wish, no list.
Man, I just wish that we all, and by we I mean all mankind, can get it together as we round off the end of 45, and start striding into 46, that we can come together, get things a little bit more right, continue on the path of understanding and righteousness, and just yeah, man, keep pushing. Keep it fresh,
Yeah,
baby. And make sure y'all go to michaeltshirts.com. Go grab your t-shirt.
there it is. Nice plug. Y'all had some great conversations about around the election, by the way. I wanted to make sure y'all knew that. I know that's well and over.
Oh, most stuff.
You hear
BJ.
Barack, before you go to BJ, you heard that Barack came back and talked to Trevor Noah about the defund the police thing, what he meant by that, and did a whole.
Yeah, I actually listened to that, and I think that I agree with him that the whole slogan is bad because there's no context with it, and you can't just say defund the police. And you see what happened to it. I mean, Republicans take it and run with it. I don't know if y'all watched that debate with what's that woman's name? She was basically a damn robot.
Like Kelly Loeffler, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like, yo, are you
I'm
serious?
going to read my cards. Defund
Like, yo,
are you even? Can you see me?
are you a person? Exactly. Hello.
The entire time, like she was better than Pence. Like it was crazy.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna say about that statement. The last thing that anybody wants is a bunch of people that know how to use weapons and fire weapons that are unemployed. That's all I'm saying.
There it is. BJ, Christmas list, Christmas wish.
Yo, man, we paying bills over here outside of here, so ain't nothing on the list.
All right, Kay, what you got, brother?
Listen, I haven't had a list for years.
You already got the Peloton bike.
Right.
That wasn't for me though. The Peloton,
you got one of those?
The Peloton bike is in Art's house too.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. Sarate.
All right.
Y'all know me, man. Look, I think the greatest gift that anybody can ask for and that anybody can give is to give yourself the gift to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's so nice.
Oh, okay.
I'm too materialistic for that, but that's awesome. I think it's good. I'm gonna give.
Oh man.
I love the honesty here on the 13th floor, baby.
You know what I would want? I would want a month where I can actually sit down and get back into playing video games again, like PS5, Xbox video games like I did before.
Wow. That'd be fun, huh?
I want to do it where I can have non-being friends that play with me. So I'm looking forward to when I can actually start buying them games and we can play together.
Nah, see, that's why I can't even wish for that, because that's one of them things that I just need to do by myself. Let me focus on what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm about to say it be yo, children with, man, it ain't till they like 10, 11 before like there's any type of, true functioning in video games that makes sense, that isn't going to get you annoyed, because there is nothing more frustrating when you try
Minecraft, Roblox, they got things they can play. You can play
Fortnite, man. Even Call of Duty sometime, but Fortnite
Among Us is the new thing now.
And Among Us, but I don't think you need a PlayStation for that though.
No, you just need your phone.
Yeah. Now, bro. Yeah, they actually have Among Us club at my daughter at Nia's school. They get to go to, after their core classes are done, they get 30 or 40 minutes. Like they get the lunch break, the 2-hour break in the middle of the day, and they just hang out and play Among Us. Like it's.
What I'm hearing is we need to figure out how to build a game that is consistently easy to use, but it requires parents to give money for development.
Basically,
yeah.
Because Minecraft is a horrible looking game, but they loved it. Fortnite actually looks good, but it did in the beginning, and now it's gotten better. Roblox is trash. I've seen people play it. It's complete garbage, but they love it, and they enjoy just talking to people around the world. And I haven't seen a new game yet. So I'm like, okay, I need to sit down with the boys and say, draw me some figures, draw me some characters that you think are cool, and make a game out of those characters that they draw at their imagination stage. That's what it's about.
Period. Period.
And I'll make
And I
Astro go.
mean, they're literally easy. Asher's just gonna be like, we don't play games.
Right, here's a book. Here you go, done.
No, man. Actually, his cousins were over here with some type of video game, and now
No Switch.
he's talking about
Oh.
video games now.
Mm-hmm. That's how I
Oh,
start.
So
Have you
you know what
done
that means?
I
He'll
got
never
you.
be here again.
Uncle Art will take care of that. You bring him over here.
You just sealed your fate, cousins.
he said, "Ew, what cousin? Oh yeah, they can't come over here. No,
Uncle Scrooge, boy. I try to tell you, boy. Uncle Scrooge.
that man keep it trill."
What about
Yeah.
you, Britt? What's up?
Oh man. I mean, I already got it with the baby coming and everything, and then I got it with Kellen being up here in January, probably until somewhere well in the summer. So being able to spend time with them, and I am able to just stay home for like 3 months and still be able to provide for my family through my job, so they taking care of me or whatever. So I'm good, man. If I can I got actually getting in the position to be able to buy a home this summer would be best. I don't have the meeting with the lending agent or whatever this NACA thing is until January. But if that comes through and we're able to locate it, well, once we figure out how much house we can buy and we're able to find something in the market in the area that we're looking in, like that'd be great, man. So
Grown man stuff, man. Grown man stuff.
pretty much. So Art, man, before we come to you, y'all been running the commercial each and every week. Kay been telling you, if you listening, you know where to listen at. If you're not listening with a friend, you need to go ahead and tag them and say, hey, go here, SoundCloud or iTunes, or if they're a watcher, go to YouTube. Do we still have Vimeo?
Yep, we still got Vimeo.
We still got.
No, it's you go to YouTube and watch on YouTube.
Yeah, go to YouTube, man. Get the watches up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Make sure you give Art a pat on the back for all the things he's doing great with the YouTubes. But follow us, man. Subscribe. Go to the website. Ian, kick them with the website so they can get the merch.
Had to come off mute. Y'all make sure to go to, well, first off, I mean, y'all can cop merch directly from us. Go to the 13th floor podcast.com. Website's up and activated, so you can definitely go and cop some merch there. But if not, you can also take your way over to mycooltshirts.com. We on Facebook too, baby. Bunch of t-shirts, including a bunch of 13th floor swag. Shout outs to Aston and the tip off app. We got some of her swag, of course, some of my DJ and Main Brain music swag. I mean, we just got a bunch of cool t-shirts, apparel, and goodness going on. So you go check that out. Por favor.
There it is. Faison, set us up with the Christmas corner, man. What we got?
Listen, I talked about it earlier. This is the time. For one, if you are, this is COVID, so Christmas is not going to be the same like Thanksgiving was the same. It's you're in your homes, you're kind of doing your own thing, you're keeping it small. But more important than anything at all about Christmas is don't go into New Year's debt for Christmas Day gifts. And people do that all the time where they try to overextend and you try to give gifts and do things and make the kids feel great and your wife feel great and girlfriend or husband. And you know what? It's not about that. The ability to say, this is what we have, this is what we can do, and find joy in that. It's just as good as you showering and then being in debt all through 2021. So be smart, stay within your means. If you can't afford it, the gift of, hey, here's a card, I'm financially ready to move forward, I will shower you with whatever it is. But courage is great. Have fun this year. I look forward, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday season. I'm looking forward to 2021. We can get back to some normality. It won't happen until probably August, but we will have it at some point in time. So just listen, have fun, and enjoy Brown Santa.
There it is. Coach K, take us home, baby.
Oh yeah, I'm so used to somebody being between two of us. I forgot. My bad. But Man, listen, first of all, we just want to say as the 13th floor, one of the best gifts that we continue to get is just those of you that are our listeners. We really appreciate you. We appreciate all the people that are there every single week and always leaving comments or likes. So thank you so much. We promise that we will do our best to continue to give you gifts year round. And for those of you that are listening, that you feel like 2020 was just the most horrible year that you've had, you're just down in the dumps, down in the ashes. Now was the time. Now is the time for you to, as Brett said, prioritize some things in your life, right? So when you look at the word prioritize, right, you could very easily make it prior to rise, right? And prior to you rising, you really need to think about what are really important. And I think the gift that COVID gave all of us this year was that we got to see what was really important. And it didn't have to do with your job. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about the material things that we associate with having a good time and enjoying life. At the end of the day, it came down to family and friends. And I really want you to reflect on that and think about, before you start making up what the new year is going to be, what do you really need prior to you rising from this moment, and build your 2021 aspirations to include those things that you determine and what you need prior to rising. So put some thought into that. Enjoy your friends, enjoy your family today, enjoy them every day. And we'll see you again here on the 13th floor, where the furniture isn't always the best, but the views are amazing.
Amazing.
It's the 13th floor, y'all.